guys, M.V.K here, back again. How's everybody doing on their end? And today, welcome back to Geek Thoughts. Today we are going to talk about something that is coming out of the world of DC, and it's always good to talk about comics, guys. You guys know me. But the world of DC is continuing stories from two franchises that maybe some of us grew up with or love and respect, and those two franchises, of course, are two of the Trinity, Batman and Superman. But we're not just talking about any Batman and Superman. We're talking about the Batman from 89 Batman, Tim Burton's Batman, Michael Keaton, and 78 Superman, Christopher Reeves. Lesson, respect to Mr. Reeves, Superman. So, yeah, man, the DC is bringing back these two franchises in story mode, but in the comic form. They're going to be first done digitally, and then, of course, later on, DC will put them out in physical copy form. But it's very interesting. Now, according to a lot of comic sites, basically, each series will be, I believe, 12 parts. 12 parts or so, and so it's going to be really interesting to see. So mostly here's what we know according to them. Okay, in Superman 78, bystanders are surprised and delighted by Superman's abilities, and Lois Lane doesn't yet know that Clark Kent is secretly Superman. So this is taking place before Superman 2, which she found out. DC description of the series: the sheer thrill of seeing a man fly and leap and stop bullets will be reflected in the environment where Superman has just been introduced, inspired by Donner's classic timeless tale of Superman. Rob Venditti and artist Wilfredo Torres will show fans that a man can truly fly. So the creative team is Robert Venditti. I know Rob Venditti. I know his work. I've read a couple things from him, and the artwork is done by Wilfredo Torres. I apologize if I butchered your name, sir. I apologize for that. So that's going to be really interesting. In terms of Batman 89, this is going to be co-written. The co-writers of Batman 89 will be Sam Hamm, who basically helped co-write the first movie. He's going to write it, and as well as he did Batman Returns, and he's going to co-write it. He's going to write it with, and the artist is going to be Joe Quineros. I believe I'm saying his name right. And so this will be a continue, kinda. They say it's going to be a continue of the series will act as an in continuity third film, deriving from Joel Schumacher's film. It'll go a different direction than what Joel Schumacher did, with more of Michael Keaton Batman, more of a Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman, the growth of Billy D. Williams Harvey Dent into Two-Face, and the debut of a new Robin. Keep in mind that this all comes as Keaton is set to. Oh yeah, okay. So they'll debut digital first, July 27th, with 6 digital chapters for each. New chapters will then be released for the next 6 weeks for a total of 12 chapters. DC plans to publish printed issues 2 chapters per issue beginning in August, with hardcover collections already mapped out in October for Batman 89 and November for Superman 87. Okay, so there you go. Now, if you go on Twitter and Instagram and all these places, you can see like the artwork of the designs of what it's going to look like. I like this approach. I'm not the only one that thought about this. Like, DC should come back and continue like some of their classic movies as a continuing. I've always said Batman 89 should have continued. Like, what happened to me, I felt like Batman Returns was okay, but it was nowhere near where the first one was. There were a lot of plot holes in the sequel in Returns that I like. For example, like, where did Vicky Vale go and things like that. Like, how come, what was going on with Harvey? Like Billy D. Williams' version of Harvey. I know, but I thought of stuff like that. I was like, okay, would Billy, because once I heard Billy D. Williams as was Harvey Dent, I was like, will he start going down the route of becoming Two-Face? Will we see Big Bad Harvey? Like, he had some split personality, things like that. We didn't see any of that. He was cool and collected as Billy D. Williams has always been back in the day. Colt 45, I'm just sorry. As well as, but with Superman, it doesn't feel like it's a plot hole, because to me, Christopher Reeves embodies Superman. He is Superman that a lot of actors have to live up to. Let's be honest. Every actor that took that role after him, they had to live vicariously through him. And sometimes that's hard, because you want to have your own version of the character, but also keep the respect and dignity of that character. We could say that about Chris Reeves. George Reeves was Superman before him, and then he came along, and then he nailed that character. It's still this day, like, in some shape or form, when I'm reading Superman in comics, I hear Christopher Reeve's voice. It's either him or Tim Daly's voice coming out of Superman. So, you see where I'm going? I grew up with Christopher Reeve's Superman. That's the Superman I grew up with. With Batman, the same thing. It's Michael Keaton. Yeah, Adam West, because I used to watch the Adam West show through syndication, but that still was before my time. That was more my dad growing up with that. But this is cool that they're doing this. That it's really, because DC has done this before with Wonder Woman 77. They did that. They were doing like a continuation story of the Linda Carter's Wonder Woman. And I like this approach. This is actually really cool. I like to see comics do this, like continue a franchise. Like they were doing that with the X-Men 90s for a while. Would it be cool to see a Spider-Man 90s series where it's based around the continuing of the 90s animated series? Things like that. I like this. I understand, digital is, but I don't mind it as much, because that's where the new Batman animated adventures was. It was digital first before they started putting like printed issues of it. But I'm fine with it. Digital, okay. A lot of the stuff when I'm kickstarting through, when I help Kickstarters, sometimes I go right for the digital stuff, because sometimes that's going to be already available quickly before the printed stuff. So I'll go there first. But I like this approach. I really do. This is really good stuff. I'm looking forward to reading these because it's just fun. It's good to go back to some of these franchises. I think the Batman definitely is going to be fun, because I've seen images that they're going to bring in Harvey Bullock, and we're going to see Pat Higgles Commissioner Gordon, you know, because in the first Batman '89 movie, there was no Harvey Bullock. Well, that guy Eckhart, I guess he was kind of supposed to be like Harvey Bullock, you know, the big chubby detective that Joker shot, who said, hey Eckhart, a gift from the future, and he got shot and he died. Yeah, you know, the guy who had like that really kind of raspy voice. He's like, yeah, shoot, don't kill. Yeah, so it's fun. But with that being said, guys, I hope you guys. Sorry, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That made me laugh because I tried to do his voice. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. You guys tell me, are you gonna pick this up? Are you gonna get the digital issues? Or are you gonna wait till they come all the way out in the printed forms or the hardcover forms? Because I might do both, you know, just to have it in my collection. But yeah. Y'all tell me. Look, I'm sorry, but that guy who played the character Eckhart, he just had a funny voice. Even as a kid, I was 7 when the first movie came out, and cracked me up because his voice, he, you know, yeah, shoot, Doc. I'm sorry. Yeah, y'all take care. I'll see y'all around. Deuces.